You're likely reading wrong and it's keeping you stressed. Listen to me. Most people treat reading like a chore, something that you have to do because you're influenced by all these videos that, oh, I have to start reading again. But as a doctor, I'm gonna show you how reading, you can use it to decrease your cortisol, to keep you stress-free, in fact. In this video, I will show you how to transform your book habit into a reset button. First of all, you should know that reading does have this effect on your cortisol, in contrast to scrolling on social media or consuming a lot of media, which can increase your cortisol. In fact, reading, especially on physical paper, can calm your nervous system. There's a research in 2026 showed that narrative immersion can reset your parasympathetic nervous system. Grosso modo, this is your calming nervous system. So now you can tell that having a specific ritual to read is something important to detox from all this flickering on the social media. But how to do it the right way and take the best out of it? The first thing you should know is how you should read, on what medium you should be reading. Whether you should be reading on a tablet, a Kindle, or physical book. There's still a lot of debate here. Personally, I suggest a physical book, a paper, because the majority of us, I guess, we're gonna be reading after our work, which is gonna be late evening or at night. And you don't want to be looking at a screen that emits blue light. There are specific tablets, they have e-ink that doesn't emit light. I guess this is okay. Or just a physical book that is not producing any light. Now the second point, this is important. Make it like a ritual, which means put a specific scent like sandalwood every time you want to read, because this is gonna trigger your brain that this is a time to relax, to decrease your cortisol, to unwind. And something else that you can be doing is, I, for example, personally do that. I use low lights, not high lights. It sets the mood, and I project good amount of light on the book. And third, in addition to that, it's also important to signal to your brain that this is a no phone zone. Try to put your phone away, even for 30 minutes. Don't get distracted by notifications. At first, you're gonna feel itchy. Hey, I wanna look if someone texted me, or we have this habit to just check our phone. So no, force yourself to calm down. Take the first 5 to 10 minutes, deep breath, and immerse yourself in the book that you're reading. Now, does it make a difference what you're reading? Well, definitely yes. You have to select the right genre for your neural regulation. To understand that, for example, if you're watching a movie, it makes a big difference if you're watching a horror or thriller versus a romantic movie or a comedy. It sets the mood, and the same thing happens while reading a book. So you need low-stakes fiction or observational non-fiction books that trigger just the alpha waves in the brain. And a very important thing is also about the content of the book, the difficulty of the book. It doesn't have to be very mentally challenging, because it's not like a challenge here. You just want to reset your cortisol level. You just want to relax. So it should match your average cognitive performance. It shouldn't be something very easy, so you'll get bored, or something very cognitively heavy, because you might get frustrated and you feel like it's a chore again. Okay, so now you're convinced that this is a good ritual, it's a nice habit, but how can I make this habit stick? Something that I guess you've heard of that in one of the books called The Atomic Habits by James Clear. It's called habit stacking. So you link two habits, you link the new habit to something already established. For example, I like to drink herbal tea before sleeping or in the evening, so I can, every time I want to drink herbal tea, I also read a nice book. In that way, I link these two habits. They are stacked now together, so whenever I want to drink herbal tea, oh, my brain triggers, now it's time to read. And it's very important for you to set achievable goals. Don't set like very high expectations. Say, I will just read 5 to 10 pages, or maybe just 5 pages at first for the first month. And you will start to increase that gradually. And this point is very nice. If you have those trackers, like the HRV tracker, heart rate variability trackers, check if this small habit or ritual is actually affecting your HRV. Many people, they reported that, in fact, it helped increase their HRV, which is the higher the better. Now, if you're someone like me, an overthinker, anxious person, you feel like you cannot Stop thinking about work or what happened during the day, and you cannot focus on this small activity. There's a fix. So because your brain is wandering, thinking about all the problems in the world, and you have this internal monologue, you cannot focus on what you're reading, stop for a moment and do deep breathing exercise. Very simple. It takes 1 to 2 minutes. I will not explain in this video the deep breathing exercise. You can just Google a short video and follow it. Trust me, it makes a big difference because you silence this inner monologue and you focus on yourself. You focus on your breath, and then you can enjoy these 5 to 10 pages. And at the same time, this breathing exercise with this small 5 to 10 pages habit, it's gonna lower your cortisol level, and you're gonna make the best out of these 15 to 20 minutes before sleeping, or during the day if you're reading in the morning or midday. If you wanna know more what reading does to your brain, you can always check this video. I'll see you next time.